It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Milton to throw. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's short of the first after a wild gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch made left side by Laporta. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him out in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Cut out left. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, they'll run. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Throwing now on 1st down. Held in left side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. On the move, headed right. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to throw. Here's Milton. It's taken in by Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And there's a man intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Here he is on third and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it. 30. Gets the 10. And he will take it back for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the turnover into a lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. In off to Gibbs from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's Milton. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. They just get the play off. 3 inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. That big 4th down call is how we close out. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Lions tie things up at 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Metcalf's got it, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Working inside the red zone. This one finds Taylor. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. The kick team out there for the Eagles. And this one is sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return. Putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Third and long for him here. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Here's a give to Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To throw, Milton. He finds Laporta. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Working quickly here. Gibbs. Runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Lions tie this game at 21. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Motioning the tight end now. To the air, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Chased out to his right. And they had that one contained right at the line. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Now on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Lions will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Milton. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing now, Milton. He put some juice on a deep throw. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. He's trying to push the field. A dangerous throw. He almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Buys time, rolling right. Throw left side, complete. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He lets one fly deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kirby Joseph picks it.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's loaded another one up. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That's Marcus Davenport with the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're throwing it. He connects with his back deep down the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
First down from the red zone. Caught by his back. And he's brought down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing it again here. He brings it in. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job.
And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. A give left side for Gibbs. And this one does not go far. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning him from the slot right. Throw on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. It is cut left side. Now he's past the 25. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They give to Gibbs on the option. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another one for Gibbs. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Now Milton to throw. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They send a man in motion. He'll throw it. Looking, and all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here, Kate, but if they could have held off just another second before making contact, they may have driven this QB right into the end zone, and we know what that would have meant. Well, 2 points and the defense ignited.
Another try following the sack. He's on the move. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Has a left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt goes 63 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Here's 2nd and 11. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's the Eagles in possession to stop. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Send him up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. And it's no good. What a time for a miss. That was for the tie, but instead, Brock, they continue trailing now in this 4th quarter. So that miss keeps this a 1-point game. And now another very important kick coming up to have a shot here. Oh, the Eagles are celebrating, and they did. They got that one back. There was still some time to work with, but nope. Felt the moment was right there. And as a result, They're now in great position to take the lead with a touchdown or a field goal.
You know what that was, Kate? That was a team that wants to dictate and not react to how the rest of this game's going to go. And I love that bold attitude, and they were rewarded for it. Now, the game is in their hands to go deliver.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cup. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk, because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points.
Put the body on the line for his team. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
here. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He put everything he had into this one. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions trailing by 5. A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. Back to throw it. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Here he is to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. And now the Lions lining up for a very important two-point try.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
Back to throw. And unable to connect on that throw, so they're still ahead. Now they just have to defend it over the final seconds here.
Eagles 40.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Okay, Metcalf, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up. It cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Forced out to his right. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.